This is day 3 with my Mustang Stitch, who is my draw for the Kentucky Extreme Mustang Makeover. He is a 4-year-old BLM Mustang gelding from the Paisley Desert, Oregon herd management area. Right off the bat, I'm going to start our third day by working on picking up his feet. He's starting to get very quiet standing tied, which is nice to see. And I'm just going to start rubbing down his legs and get him comfortable with that motion. And just apply a little bit of pressure to his feathers. As soon as he picks up his foot in response to the pressure, I'm going to release. I'm not looking to hold it up for a long time right away or hold it up. I just want him to start giving into the pressure and get him comfortable with that. Once I've shown him the answer a few times and I've got him responding to the pressure, I'm going to start holding up his leg for little bits and pieces of time, not for long periods, just holding it for a few seconds and then releasing and rubbing on him. Good boy. Now that he's doing his front leg good, I'm going to move to his back leg. You can see I'm keeping myself at a safe distance where if he did want to kick out, I'm out of harm's way and I could quickly step to the side. And like I did before, I rubbed down his leg and got him comfortable, and then I'm just applying a little bit of pressure, and as soon as he gives into that pressure, I'm releasing. So the good thing about this barn is that there's a lot of commotion that goes on. There's a lot of traffic, there's a lot of horses and people that go by, and I just took a step back and let him kind of take it in for a second and see that there's people walking around, and then I just went back to it. I wasn't going to treat him different just because there's people around. If I start doing that and start tiptoeing around him, he's not going to get comfortable and quiet in those situations. I want him to be desensitized to movement and traffic and all sorts of stuff going on around him because I want to make a very quiet horse. Just because it's only day 3, I'm not going to tiptoe around little things like that. He has a naturally calm energy, and he might get a little bit nervous, but he's not getting dangerous when he's nervous. So I'm just going to keep on rolling, keep on working, and to show him that even when things get different, things pick up in energy, we just keep on doing what we're doing. You might be. This was his first time being tacked up in the tack room. This was either his 3rd or 4th time being saddled, and I showed him the saddle pad to his nose before I brought it up to his body, and I kind of just did some basic desensitizing with it, and then I just kept on going along and I decided to saddle him. He was a little bit more wiggly and nervous because now he's in a different environment with it, but I just kind of took my time, I kept my energy low, I brought it up to his nose so he could see what I was doing, and then I just kept on going and saddled him up, and he handled it very well. This was his first time seeing the cowboy curtain. I started sending him out and I let him sniff it and see what it was at first, and then I kind of pushed him along and gave some energy behind him to drive him through it, and he did a very good job with that. It was not bothersome to him. He was very confident with it, and he got a little bit nervous there and kind of ran off, but I just kept on guiding him and kept on driving him forward, and I was just working on getting him to keep forward movement going through the curtain. Good boy. So even though the intentions were to keep on moving through the curtain, and after that, he really wanted to check out the ball, so I just let him do what he wanted to, and it was super adorable. Here I'm desensitizing him to the dressage whip. I want him to be nice and comfortable with it before I start showing him how to give into pressure from the whip. For his first ride, instead of just kicking on him and trying to get him to respond to pressure from my legs that he doesn't understand, I'm going to supplement with a whip, and I'm just going to lightly tap him on the haunches to get forward movement. So here I'm just trying to show him the pressure, and I'm just going to tap on his haunches and start showing him that that tapping means forward movement. That way when I do get on him later on, when I go and tap with the whip and also supplement my leg pressure, he understands to move forward. Clearly he's a little bit confused at first and he's not too sure what to do. I'm just going to keep guiding him through it and show him that he can just move forward calmly from that pressure. Here I'm going to start working on getting a little bit more response from halter pressure. I'm looking for a little bit of a backup from him. I'm not looking for perfection, just that he'll give into the pressure. Once he understands the pressure later on, we'll start working on more speed and a quicker response. But here, this first day working on it, I just want to see a little bit of a response from him. The last exercise that I'm going to do with him is just to get him a little bit more soft in the halter and to show him a different form of pressure. I'm going to bring that rope around his haunches and I'm going to pull him into the pressure, and he's going to have to move into it. And he right away understood what I was doing. That was really good. Some horses will bolt off because they get nervous with me behind them or the rope on their butt, but he handled that really well. And this is just a great way to get them used to giving into pressure that feels a little bit different, as well as desensitizing. This is some footage from my camera of earlier on in the session when I was first tackling the cowboy curtain. I just wanted to throw this in here at the end so you guys could see a little bit more in depth about the curtain and me showing it to him and showing him how to walk through it and keep the energy going. But that last exercise was pretty much the last thing I did with him. I kind of wanted to give him not an easy day, but I didn't want to do a lot, so I kind of just went over some basic desensitizing, showed him a few new things, but overall this was a pretty laid back day. I didn't get on him for the second day in a row. I just wanted to work on some groundwork exercises and get him a little bit more consistent and confident before I went to riding work. This was a really great day 3. I was super happy with him. I really couldn't have asked for him to handle all of it better. The only thing that we really have to work on, other than advancing through everything, is he's a little bit sticky-footed, he's a little bit lazy and low energy, but as he gets more comfortable and confident, that's going to go away and he's going to get a lot better about that.